Hi K4 friends, I am here with Pete the cat. He's back for another story, except for in this story he decided he wants to wear a shirt. The title of our book today is called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. When I count his buttons, I want to say 1, 2, 3, but oh my goodness, look at that button popping off of his shirt. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen to Pete. Let's find out. The story is written by Eric Litwin. Illustrations are by James Dean. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! Pop! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 buttons. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Oh, Pete lost a button. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Oh no! Shh! Pop! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Can you count them? 1, 2. You're right. 2 buttons. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing this song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Oh no! Pop! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Did you say 1? 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept singing his song. My buttons, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Oh no! Say it with me. Pop! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Look, he has no buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show you that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no! We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, K4 friends. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have a good night.